Okay, Lydia, welcome to your Cancer reading. So I'm just gonna tell you how it's kind of go down because, I kind of do things a little interestingly. If you're not, and I know everyone has their own ways of doing, tarot readings. So I just kind of want to let you know what's going on. So I'm gonna do the reading obviously for the month, and then basically what I do is I shuffle out cards, and we'll do the reading that way. And then once I'm done with the reading, we will go in and I do what is an extended reading, which is basically an extension of the main reading, and we'll shuffle out more cards and clarify and get more information on the reading so we can be kind of well prepared for the season. So, that being said, I hope you're well. I saw you got a new car, which is really exciting. Cards are chatty. I know you said you needed to read, but here's the whole reading right here. My goodness. Alright, so let's check it out. Anyway, I hope the car is doing well for you. Alright. Two of Cups. I'm just going to show you all the cards and then I'll go through them one by one. So we got Two of Cards. Two of Cups. Seven of Swords. Page of Swords. Knight of Swords. 10 of Cups. King of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. Ace of Wands. 7 of Wands. Strength. And then 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so let's take a little bit by bit. Two of Cups, 8 of Swords. If you're in, if you're not necessarily your relationship, like with Dave, your marriage, but if you're just relationships in general, there might be a relationship that you're feeling kind of stuck about in this month, and this could be a partnership, it could be someone that you're friends with, it could be family, any kind of interpersonal relationship. Could be making you feel really stuck, and you kind of want to say something about it, but you don't know how to go about it. And being an air sign that's right now with a retrograde, especially a Gemini that loves to communicate, loves to talk, you're at risk for being slightly aggressive because you're fed up. It's basically what's going on here. Either you're fed up with this person and you're just tired of trying to work things out, maybe, or you just want to get it. You're tired, or you're being tired, stepped on you, or it's just an issue in general, and you're like, I need to squash this. Good. The cards are saying, do squash it, but be wary of being too aggressive and harsh with your words, because you don't want that right now. So if you're going to do it, just be very, 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 very concise and clear about the message that you want to portray to this person. If you're able to do that, though, awesome, because then here's the result. 10 of Cups, King of Pentacles. This leads to some financial stability, it looks like, some new abundance coming in, just happiness for you, which is really good. Especially right now. I know a lot of us have not been feeling the best. 6 planets in retrograde, 3 eclipses back to back. The next one's coming in Capricorn. Venus, actually this whole first row, that 2 of Cups, 8 of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, that's all dealing with Venus being in your sign and coming out of retrograde and going direct. So now it's, you're looking at these relationships and you're like, okay, well, where am I stuck in these relationships? Is it worth me keeping my time in there? And if it's not, okay, we need to cut them out so we can get to this 10 of Cups, King of Pentacles moment, right? Be weary about an opportunity that may come forward. 10 of Swords, Ace of Wands. Right now is not the time to take it. Believe me, not the time to take it. It's going to sound amazing, it's going to sound great, and it's going to sound wonderful, but do not take it right now. If you can wait to take it, do it. But otherwise, it's just not worth it, because it's going to lead you here, and it's going to lead you to a really stuck spot. But, sorry, anytime I hear a plane hovering over by, I'm just like, where is it? Oh, looks like they're Air Force jets. That's why they're super loud. So what does this all lead to? Well, good news. By Leo season, you're able to overcome... Sorry, I'm the wind... Is it going to blow away the cards or not? Hello. wind. Are we good? I think we're good. Maybe. Hopefully you can still hear me with these jets. My gosh. Okay. 7 of Wands and Strength. So twofold. One, you get the strength to move out of this, right? A new opportunity will come forward to push you out of that, and continue with it. And be able to move forward. Is what I'm trying to say. Sorry. But this, I feel like this isn't necessarily a present thing. This is something that's lingering, that you maybe been putting off for a little bit. If you watch the main Cancer reading, that Tower moment comes up. This is another kind of like mini Tower moment. So it's just a matter of time. But you are able to overcome it and able to move forward and get that strength to press forward. Now, if you're dealing with a Libra, they might be not telling you the entire truth either, and could be keeping things a little stuck, or keeping some like lies to themselves, or feeding you lies and tricks, which is leading to another stuck moment. Justice and the Magician were at the bottom of the deck. So when I say bottom of the deck, I'm looking at like the deck and what's on the top, but we call it the bottom because I'd be reading it like this, but it's flipped upwards, so bottom. This trickery, nonsense, this has to do with Neptune being in retrograde. Also, again, this is a continuation of Venus. So for you, this is a super quick reading, like general, so we'll definitely spend time in the extended. You know what? Let me just pull. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to pull this because this is important. So bottom of the deck continued. 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. If you're feeling stuck about money, that's really coming up. If this is due to this Libra, so maybe if your boss is a Libra, that's really coming into focus right now. And then the Hanged Man as well, same thing. We're feeling really stuck about the money, this financial, or just abundance in general. And you're like, when's it going to give? Here's your answer. Once Mercury retrograde is over, there will be something that is communicated to you about where you need to go next in your life path and kind of what's going to get you to that next step. The eclipse in Capricorn, though, will show you what needs to be said, what needs to be done. And my best advice is, oh, Lord, baby Jesus, don't wait. Don't go back and forth either, being like, do I do this, do I not do this? Because look what's lurking. So it's a matter of time. Especially if it's about your job. Ooh, damn, okay. It's like the cards were just like, yeah, here's the reading. Okay, wait, there's more. I love when they do that. Alright, let me just turn these cards around and I'll just keep talking really quick. And then we're going to shuffle out. Ooh. Alright. So for you, it just seems like Venus being in your sign, now it's going direct. Obviously, Gemini is going to feel it the most. And now the cards are, the universe is like, okay, we taught you the lesson, but now we need you to put it to work. So it's like, well, how are we going to put it to work? Here's how we're going to put it to work. It's literally going to have you analyze your relationships this month and see where you are being stuck and where things need to get moved. And to me, it seems like pretty obvious. It seems like there's a lot of stuff with work going on. So if, you're dealing with that, that's really come into play here. Also, there could be some karma that's kind of coming around too, and yeah. It's going to clear up, though. It's going to clear up. Just put things into motion, and it's going to clear up. So let's take a look at the cards. So here it is. I'm trying to get everything into view. Make this forward a little bit. Okay, there we go. Play it as good as I can get it right now. Maybe. Okay, there we go. So let's look at this Two of Cups, Eight of Swords moment. Who or what? Okay. The world. Something has to end for something to begin. And that's exactly what we were saying up here, right? For this new beginning, for you to happen, things need to end. Things need to be put into a perspective. So this is asking you to look at those relationships and see where things need to end. Because, and here comes the rest of the extended. Like, things are just coming out in chunks for you. Which, I mean, isn't a bad thing. Usually it's like, a few cards, but it's like chunks. But like I was saying, for you, Ace of Pentacles, for you to be able to get this new money, this new abundance, right? Things need to end for things to begin. And here we go again. For things to begin, you need rest. So if you've been, hightailing it at home, I'm sure, you guys have been closed for a bit because of, Corona. If that's putting a financial burden on you and now you're kind of reanalyzing things, I don't blame you, but take some rest. The more you rest, the better it's going to be, and the more victory you're going to feel, especially when it comes to yourself and your self-worth, right? There's that 10 of Cups reinforcing that there. In terms of creativity, if you're a creative kind of person, you might be feeling a little bit of a blockage. However, if not, there's a fire sign that you're feeling stuck about, possibly. Could be that, it could be the Leo, right? And they're not being entirely truthful. If this isn't a fire sign, this could be a earth sign, possibly a Taurus. Just be careful. Everything is not as it seems right now. And the advice is to just pull back and trust your intuition. If you can do that, then your dreams will start to come to fruition, and this 10 of Swords moment will be much easier. And you'll really be able to get out of that quicker than you think you can. And that's kind of like, reinforced there with that 7 of Wands. And you'll be able to cut out who isn't giving you emotional stability, in terms of, your relationships, and then who is actually there for you. You become the leader of yourself, and that's how it should be. No one else should be controlling your life. You control your life. And that's where you're being given the sword. By Leo season, that all gets figured out. These relationships are cut, and it's good. If there's someone trying to come back into your life, or from, possibly a Scorpio, they gotta go. Trust me, it's not worth it. If not, this is just, it's not worth it. Leave the conflict behind. Don't engage. Don't engage in it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it in the sense of it's just going to continue to fuel, and it's going to keep you stuck. And that's what they want. They want to keep you stuck. They don't want you to move on. They want to continue to feed you lies so you feel depressed. Possibly this Libra as well, which would also be implied here with the Magician, because Magician is also about communication, as well as, like trickery and things like that. But the hard work you put in will pay off. But if this is about a work situation, this whole menagerie of lies and stuff and conflict, get out of it. Just wait until the retrograde is over, Mercury retrograde, July 12th, and then move on. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, that could be where this communication comes in Leo season and is encouraging you to take that move. The eclipse is also in Capricorn, and it's I think it's a solar eclipse, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it's a lunar. Where is it a lunar eclipse? I think it's a solar eclipse. I could be wrong though. But either way, there's an eclipse coming in Capricorn, and that is going to show you where this shift needs to happen and what needs to be said to who. So just hang tight. and things are going to be okay. I know right now things seem like they're not going to be okay. A lot of us are feeling that way. It's okay. King of Swords. When it comes time to communicate what you've been feeling about this situation, whether it's with work or whatever this situation is over here, it definitely looks like a work situation though. In terms of that, don't be too emotionally reliant when it comes to communication. Be very logical, and if you need to be harsh or you feel the need to be harsh, then go for it, but be very clear. Don't be don't just be saying stuff just to be vengeful. You know what I mean? Be very clear and concise. If you're going to be harsh, you need to make sure that you have your ducks in a row, because you don't want to burn bridges. Even though they may not be treating you the way that you want to be treated, doesn't mean you should burn those bridges. In Aries, Mars in Aries right now is going to make that a little difficult, especially when it comes to those, head figures, bosses and things like that. It's going to make it a little difficult because you want to give them a piece of their own medicine, or a taste of their own medicine. Don't. Like I said, if you're going to be harsh, stick to the facts. Don't stick to the emotions, just stick to the facts. Don't be impulsive. Make sure that you have thought this through. Or we know what's going to happen. But the thing is, what needs to happen. 4 of Cups, High Priestess. You just need to pull back and trust your gut on things. And then, with Venus still in your sign, you can begin to plant seeds for a new you. For your rebirth. And get some balance in Leo season. And some, new fortune. Challenge yourself to look at where you are lacking. Where can you do better? Challenge yourself with that. There might be a little bit of a give and take, though, after this moment and at this, new venture that you're taking. Like I said, whether it's a job or not, but it definitely looks like it's job related. There's some give and take, and it's a little slow moving. My advice here, though, as some of you Geminis can be, you guys can be a little bit of a people pleaser and put yourself second. Do not do that. Don't do that. But things will be slow moving. However, due to the slow nature of moving things, it's because these new structures and foundations need to take time to be built. But they will be built on very good terms, and there'll be a lot to celebrate. A lot to celebrate. The hard work's going to pay off. Just hang tight. If you move quick, though, while you're still trying to build up things, it's just going to lead to confusion because you have too many options. There's still too many planets in retrograde, even though Mercury will be over. There's still 5 planets in retrograde. Give yourself the time that you need to be able to get to your Empress moment. That abundance, that love, that self-love. Give yourself time to get there. And in the meantime, reject any offers of people trying to be like, oh, well, I'm here for you if you need anything, because they probably aren't. Especially if this is people that are already, that you've already asked, and they're trying to come back into your life. Don't do it. Don't allow them back in. There will be a new opportunity, though, with love and abundance. You might be a little harsh and not want it. take it. And leave behind possibly the fears in this tossing back and forth about this heartbreak and this anxiety. Oh, a little bit of a read there. I know. It's tough. It's tough right now with everything going on. It's like this is the last thing anybody wants to do. It's like, well, this is way easier said than done. Believe me, I'm in the same boat. I'm not back at work yet. I have so much on my mind right now. This is me, like, literally all this week. It's been 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords. I've been so anxious and tossing back and forth between options. Instead, I know I just need to leave things behind. Whether for me that's work or not remains to be seen. But, it's something I'm considering because, retail's been ever-changing and, not necessarily in a good way. So, let's see what happens on that. But, all right. Lydia, there it is. I'm always open to feedback, so please hit me up with that if you have any. I will send you the... and then the Cancer reading general is up, so feel free to watch that as well. That'll be up on YouTube on my channel. But in the meantime, if you need anything, let me know. I love you, and I hope you and Dave are doing well. Stay safe. It's a crazy world out there right now. A lot of changes going on, but hopefully for the better. All right. Love you. Bye.